Retro Requiem.
Welcome, everybody, to Retro Requiem, a special edition of our podcast. Today, we are addressing some big news that came out earlier this week. Rocksteady revealed the third and final part in their Arkham series. It will be called Arkham Knight. And, of course, we are all very excited for it. With me is Andrew Wagner.
Hey, guys.
And Brian Perry.
I'm Batman.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I had to go for it.
Well, yeah. I'm Batman.
No,
okay. So, first off, let me just get a feel. Tell me how excited for this game you guys are, like on a number scale.
You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. It's a 10. Like, I love Arkham City, and you're telling me that you're going to bring it to next gen, and you're going to improve on everything, and you're just adding so many badass features. And, like, how am I not going to be excited? How is this not... I trust Rocksteady with, like, everything, and this is easily my most anticipated game now. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'll say 9. I mean, it's really up there.
Yeah.
Really excited for it. I love Arkham City, the whole franchise, actually. But, I don't know. There's a few things that I'm a little concerned about.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. Personally, I am probably, like, a 9. I never give anything a 10. It's a problem. I'm dealing with it. I'm getting therapy.
I feel like Godzilla's
I'm a 10 for Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, Godzilla might actually get that. But we're not talking about Godzilla. Arkham Knight, rather. I'm excited for it. Mainly just based on the fact that it's like, this is a rare thing. Most of the time when a franchise is taken out of a developer's hands, it, like, never gets back into them. But Rocksteady, I mean, they had an amazing, like, cliffhanger at the end of Arkham City. And so it's great to see them say, okay, we're going to do this right. We're going to finish the series off and give this a proper ending. So, very excited. A couple things I didn't mention. It said to take place a year after the last game, Arkham City.
Yep. And
it will be, well, as I said, it'll be the last in the trilogy of Rocksteady's Arkham games. So I think perhaps the biggest thing that was revealed along with this game was that the Batmobile will be a quote-unquote core element of the gameplay. Also, the area of Arkham City will now be 5 times larger. The Gotham area that you'll explore in this game will be 5 times larger than in Arkham City. Wider streets to accommodate vehicles, mainly the Batmobile. Batmobile has all kinds of weapons that immobilizing missiles, can be summoned at any time, smashes through most objects, and can eject Batman at any time so he can glide or grapple around Gotham. And the Riddler's challenges, too, will take advantage of the Batmobile. So... just give me, I mean, it's fucking Batmobile, guys. Dude, you get to drive the Batmobile.
Who doesn't want to cruise around Gotham in the Batmobile?
Seriously.
And, like, who doesn't want to, like, go through the streets? I love the Riddler challenge that Rocksteady had. And so they'll be cool with driving challenges, and I'm sure they'll use and utilize the Batmobile really well. Like, I'm just looking forward to it, especially after Arkham Origins, when they were, like, they kind of phrased it that, I'll be able to use the Batwing. And then, instead, it was like... oh, no, you can only use it to fast travel places.
Yeah, the Batmobile I'm really excited for, too. I think it's going to be awesome. I mean, they have to widen the streets for it. You'd just be crashing everything.
Yeah.
And, I mean, one thing they are doing, they're evacuating the city again so you can't run over random pedestrians.
Yeah, but that doesn't, like, they had to do that. Cause
I know.
You're not going to be Batman running over random-ass people.
I know. I just wish that it would, because, I don't know, I feel like Batman always saves the city of Gotham, and, like, right then, you're literally just saving the city of Gotham. You're not saving the pedestrians or anything. You're saving buildings.
I think much like Katrina, there will be citizens who are stupid and don't evacuate.
Yeah.
And so, you're going to save those citizens. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's going to be this guy's getting robbed, stop this. Or, just like Spider-Man 2 had segments like that. I think this game will have segments like that as well.
Yeah.
You go for it.
Okay. I was gonna say this is clearly an example that this is like truly a next generation game. I think this is a sign that this game is like a true next gen game. Like they made this for the next gen systems. I mean, we're talking about 5 times the size of Arkham City. That was already a pretty big area. I think this is gonna be really impressive.
Yeah, I have some upsets with the 5 times.
Okay.
Like Arkham City, and more so, Arkham Origins, but I know that wasn't done by Rocksteady.
Right.
The towns felt empty because they were so huge. It kind of was like,
yeah.
There's not like it just felt empty. So I feel like 5 times the size, the cities could feel empty.
I think you're underestimating Rocksteady here because I don't think Arkham City ever felt empty.
I did.
Arkham City, like, there was always thugs to fight. There was always someone. Arkham City wasn't even that large of an area, honestly. Arkham Origins was when they expanded it, and, they put the same amount of enemies they had in Arkham City in Arkham Origins with, like, twice the area. Mm-hmm. And plus Rocksteady's talking about on next gen they'll be able to add so many more thugs, and they're talking about, like, up to, like, 100 or more thugs on screen at the same time. So I think if things gonna be mass rioting, like, there's gonna be gangs everywhere. I don't think it's gonna be a problem, honestly.
I mean, I have a friend that literally, he couldn't beat Arkham City because he didn't want to explore the city. He thought it was so empty and that he just wanted to play the story. He didn't want that open world. He didn't feel like it needed to be open world.
Your friend's an idiot. That's I'm like,
I understand it. The story is what you mainly play for. And if you just want to play the story, there was a lot of, like, obstacles you had to go across to just get to the story missions.
You could just glide and grapple.
Yeah, you could glide.
Yeah, but there's also barriers within Arkham City that you'd have to go around. And I could understand why a normal gamer like that would be upset with it.
I could go, like, from map to map, end to end in, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you have this quick grapple, and that thing goes and pulls you, and you fly across the map.
Yeah.
And then to the next thing, you just keep on going.
I didn't have any
I never had any problems with it. Yeah. Especially how good the story was, and how, like, many Riddler challenges they put in the open world, how many side quests they had in that open world. I found that I would glide, and I'd go to do a story quest mission, and then something would happen, like a phone would ring, and I'd be like, oh, phone's ringing. And pick it up, and it was the I can't remember the villain's name. Who's a serial killer? Zaz.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's like, "Oh, save this guy." I would get distracted in the open world more so than anything. I always thought there was shit thrown at me.
It was I would agree with you, Brian. I didn't find it to be too empty. The one thing I think it would be interesting that they might tackle in this game is that actually having, like, civilians and stuff, because in the first two it was just prisoners.
Yeah.
I feel like they won't have civilians in the game.
I think they'll have friendly, like, police officers and stuff like that. At least the trailer.
Police officers
there
were
will be
in
police.
Arkham Origins.
There will be police. There won't be civilians, though.
I think they'll have, like, save civilians, like, side missions. Will there be, like, a lot of civilians? No, only because, like, it adds another, like, weird dynamic. Like, what do you do when you see civilians? Wouldn't you get them out of the area if you're Batman? Mm-hmm. You can't just say, go and run out this area because there's so many thugs. So you'd have to help each individual civilian with, like, the Batwing, and you have to come by and pick up.
What about when you guys were talking earlier about you don't want to be able to hit people with the Batmobile because in Arkham City you couldn't, like, kick people off the rooftops and whatever.
Yeah.
So are you just gonna not be able to hit people with the Batmobile?
Oh no, you're gonna be able to hit thugs, I think.
Because if you hit the thugs with the Batmobile, then you've killed them.
Batman does so many things that really kills thugs.
He actually has, like, a rubber coating in the front of his Batmobile that only knocks them out.
Yeah, they're gonna have a thing like that. Like, you're gonna be able to hit thugs with the Batmobile.
I hate you already.
It has missiles.
Yeah.
It has fucking missiles.
It has missiles. Well, wait, what is it? Immobilizing missiles. I don't know how the hell that works.
It could be a gas.
Concussive.
Yeah.
Concussive, I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They can say whatever they want. This dude's blowing people up. Like, we don't.
Well, okay. Let's we have a list here at Retro Requiem. We always make a list.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna skip the next one because I think that's a really interesting discussion. We'll save that for a little bit.
Okay.
Next one, release date. It says Tuesday, October 14th of this year. Now, that's a while away. But still, considering, like, that this is a next-gen game, I don't know how long they've been in development
Since
for it.
Arkham City.
Since Arkham City?
3
okay.
years.
Well, in that case, then maybe. But, I mean, do you have any...
I was surprised by it.
Yeah.
I was surprised because, no one really knew what they were working on. Mm-hmm. No one knew if they were working on an Arkham game or if they were doing, like, another franchise or something. So, I think, like, okay, they announced the Arkham game. I saw the trailer, and then I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, I'll play that in, like, a year or two. And then it was like, oh, what? The fall of this year? Amazing. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
I'm not too surprised. I figured it was to come out this year or next year.
If you would have to take a guess, wouldn't you think
probably
next
year?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. I was probably saying next year, but I was thinking this year or next year. And I'm pretty sure that's what I guessed, that Rocksteady would be working on the game Batman game that would come after Arkham City. Because I don't trust any other studio to deal with that subject matter after the end of Arkham City.
That's true, yeah.
And then after this, they're going to make a Justice League game.
I didn't think... I think Justice League game... let's put a pin in the Justice League game. I didn't know if they'd go back to Arkham City.
I figured they'd do one more game and then go to Justice League.
Because a lot of people were talking about, you can't do a game without the Joker. So I didn't even know if they... Honestly, I didn't even know...
Spoiler alert.
Which we'll touch on.
Yeah, we'll touch on it. So I didn't even know if they would go back to Arkham City. If you end on Arkham City, that, like, you can find... I think I'm satisfied with that. I would have been great with that.
It was a great ending how they just... was like
Yeah.
that. It felt like Batman's story was like almost done.
Now onto the Justice League game. Please don't do it.
It would
Please
be.
don't do it.
I mean, the great thing
I
about
thought you said you trust Rocksteady with everything.
I don't trust my Justice League game. I don't trust
Then you
anybody.
just- you
I don't
lied.
trust anyone
Besides-
outside of the Lego games.
Legos, yeah.
With a Justice League game, and that's because it's a Lego game.
Well, the great thing about the Arkham series is that it really makes you feel like Batman. For the first time, a video game got it right, and to do a great Justice League game, you'd have to make it feel like you're playing as a Green Lantern. You have to make it feel like you're playing as Superman, which is in itself is a can of worms. So I mean, I don't know how they would do that, how they would pull it off.
And I think the biggest setback is for making a Justice League game is you have to make it fun to play as Batman, and then play as the Flash, and then play as Superman, and then play as Green Lantern, and then Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
If I can fly as Superman or run as the Flash, why the hell would I grapple as Batman?
Yeah.
That doesn't even like. It
Your
doesn't
favorite
make
character.
sense. I mean, Batman's awesome, but if I can fly over Superman and then they shoot me and bullets don't hurt me because I'm Superman, then
You
what's the
have to
point?
assume in a game like that, if you can fly places as Superman, say an open world, that you would have the Batwing, you would have all
true.
of Batman's true abilities.
You'd have to do a lot for that game.
Yeah.
You'd have to be in production for that game for like 5 years.
honestly,
And
Six years.
that's why I feel like that game won't come out until 2021 or
Maybe
something
so,
like that.
yeah.
If they made that game, I feel like
It'll come out coinciding with the Justice League movie.
Yeah, it would.
In like 2021.
I feel like they might try to make multiplayer too big of a thing, and the game would suffer for it.
I really don't feel like they'll do multiplayer.
They do multiplayer.
I don't think they would.
No. Well, I wonder if Rocksteady actually wants any part of a Justice League game. Because, I mean, they
I
say...
doubt it.
They were in talks about it.
Well, but they're saying they're ending the story. I don't think they want to be hemmed in as
Yes.
as a studio that does DC games. You know?
We missed it that our Rocksteady have said, like, we want to end it the right way. We want to go out on a high note. We want this to be the end of the Arkham City series.
Right.
So if they were to do a Justice League game, it wouldn't be this Batman that we
Right.
know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be this Batman that we've developed.
No, it wouldn't.
It would be a brand new Batman. And why do that? Why go back?
Yeah.
So why go back to a great character? It'd be like Christopher Nolan coming back to do another Batman movie. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Why if you've already done it?
Well, speaking of this Batman, Kevin Conroy is coming back. Kevin Conroy of Batman the Animated Series fame.
And Arkham City.
And Arkham City,
Arkham
yes.
City.
And Arkham Asylum.
And Arkham Asylum.
He's the man. He's Batman.
Oh yeah, he's the voice of Batman more so than any live action actor. I
Yep.
think.
Definitely. I will say Robert Craig Smith didn't do too bad of a job either in Arkham Origins.
No, he was like fine, but it definitely like when I first heard him, I was like, okay.
I mean, I understand he's doing a younger character of Batman, but
I heard him and I was like, okay, he's not Kevin Conroy, and then I got past it. Like
Yeah.
it definitely didn't stop me from enjoying the game. Troy Baker does the voice of Two-Face
coming up, yep.
in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a flashback or a memory or a haunting, like a nightmare that Batman has of the Joker, and Troy Baker would do the voice.
Maybe
He did the voice in Arkham Origins. He did a good job.
But if it's just a scene, I wonder if they couldn't get Hamill for one scene. I would be all for it.
I think Mark Hamill's kind of adamant about not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
He's all back to Star Wars now, man.
Oh, that's true.
That was
Yeah.
like, it ruined my voice.
Did you really say that?
Yeah, doing that voice for how many years? That would just stress your voice out.
Yeah, but it's like spread out. It's not like they did like 3 years worth of work in the same day. That's like, but I don't know.
Well, anyway, one last thing before we get to this, the story, I suppose. Rocksteady game director Stefan, or did you misspell it?
I guess it's Stefan.
Okay, Hill, Mr. Hill, said this is a single-player game. There is no multiplayer. Right at the start, this was our vision. It's going to take all of our effort for all of this time. We don't have the time to do multiplayer. And to focus on making the best single-player experience we can, we don't feel that it needs a multiplayer element. Warner Brothers backed that up right at the start. Good on them, as far as I'm concerned.
Yo,
Arkham Origins multiplayer sucked.
they said we don't have time for multiplayer.
That tells you something.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like
I miss single player games that are just really strong stories.
there's no replayability.
I don't even need to touch that now. Like I drop it, drop the mic.
All right. Well, do you have any thoughts on that, Andrew?
I'm glad.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just glad.
All right, so I'm going to combine a couple of these because I think this is indicative of a larger thing. First off, the thing, well, you kind of mentioned this too. Mr. Hill, whatever his first name is, this is a natural end for the story. We really want to go out in style. Now, obviously this is going to be a trilogy from Asylum to City to Night. And spoiler alert, the end of Arkham City.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Really?
Get off now.
It's
Yeah.
3 years old game.
It's true, yeah. At the end, the Joker died.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I trust our whoever writes these games. Is Paul Dini for the first two. I don't think he's coming back.
No,
for this one.
he's not. It's actually an in-house writing staff by Rocksteady.
I trust them enough that I don't think they're going to pull any bullshit and say the
No.
Joker's coming back.
He has an interview that he literally says, "No, we are not pulling him back in any way whatsoever."
That's excellent. So they're going with that.
His clone is different.
Yeah, right. So there's obviously going to be a lot of fallout from that in this game. Do you guys have any predictions or have any like hopes for how they deal with that?
I mean, the whole main villain's coming up and making the whole organization between each other to kind of fill the Joker's place.
Mm-hmm.
But like, they said that Batman basically took crime down to zero at the beginning of the game, and these guys were underground planning, and all of a sudden they just rise up and take over.
I think I don't know if I remember hearing an interview or not, but the Joker is sort of a disruptive force. You can't work with the Joker because the Joker's crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no predictability there.
Pure
like,
anarchy.
Two-Face, Black Mask, the Penguin, they can all work together and be like, yo, we should all get together to kill the Batman. Because, like, at the end of the day, they're criminal masterminds. They're,
all they want is money.
Yeah, all they want is money. So if they're like, we can kill Batman and then we can split up whatever's left and then we can fight then. You know what I mean? Why not unite to kill a common enemy? But with the Joker, he wants to be the one to kill Batman. He has to do it in the right way. Mm-hmm. So like the Joker's gone now, and this is why like everybody gets to come together, and everybody forms like this like Legion of Doom type group of Batman villains.
I do feel a little deja vu with this though, because it takes place one night, and it's all these main villains trying to kill him. Mm. So kind of like again.
Well, all of them took place over one night, so it's kind of a motif.
I know, but like Origin is basically one night to kill the Bat, so this is kind of like one night to kill the Bat again.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it just feels a little deja vu-ish.
I get what you're saying, but I think it's like a huge because they're not thinking like, oh, we have one night to kill Batman. It just happens to occur in one night.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Arkham City wasn't like we have one night.
But they're throwing all their stuff at him in one night. It's not like we'll wear him down over the 30 days.
Yeah,
I don't think that's their style.
We're gonna mess him mentally for the first day. Then we're gonna like leave him go. Think we're coming, but not.
Well, in the trailer, they showcased several of the villains that will be teaming up: the Penguin, Two-Face, and Harley Quinn.
He has the bottle in his eye.
Also, and I almost forgot about it, but in the very beginning of the trailer, you hear Scarecrow talk about how he has Gotham City under threat of unleashing some sort of gas, pure gas.
Well, at the end of Arkham Asylum,
that's right.
Depending on what ending you got, he grabbed a giant thing of Titan.
That's right.
We might see that come back to play.
I think you found there's a secret out in the bay or something.
Yeah,
ship
he's has a little thing where he freaked out killed a officer, I think.
Yeah, just killed a guy using his pure gas.
Yeah. On the topic of villains, they have said that Arkham Knight, the title, does not refer to Batman, but rather to a new enemy. Who will join the ranks of the other villains and fight Batman. They described him as the villain as a militarized version of Batman with signature Arkham A plastered on his chest.
He's basically anti-Batman.
Yes.
He looks like Batman, but he's militarized. He uses guns. He's not afraid to kill. So.
Yeah.
I think of him as if anyone's seen Crisis on Infinite to Earth or whatever it's called. I think of him as Owlman. Owlman was the alternate to Batman.
Yeah.
But in that universe, the Justice Lord. Justice Lords had come together and they had started killing people and doing the crime their own way. So, in his own twisted view, maybe the Arkham Knight views Batman as a threat to peace. Like maybe he's like, oh, he's not doing the right things. Yeah. So maybe he feels like if he unites with these villains to kill Batman, once he kills Batman, he can take his place and then kill everyone else. Maybe he feels that, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
There was they teased the villain Hush.
Yeah, before the trailer even came out.
Yeah, he had a bit part in Arkham City. I remember the comic series that introduced him as a villain. One of the best story arcs I think I've ever read in the Batman comic book. So he'll probably be part of that game. I'm looking forward to. Here's a broader thing: is one of my problems with Arkham City was that I feel like all of the side missions kind of were very abrupt.
Very.
Ended on cliffhangers. They weren't concluded satisfactorily.
Yeah, like the Hush part was so small.
Oh yeah,
it was barely even there.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't think about? What is the guy who draws the symbols? And you have to look at the symbols.
Oh.
What is that character's name?
Azazel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he'll be back in this then.
Yeah.
They'll bring him back. Hush will be back, play a bigger role. Maybe be one of these villains that he links up with. Maybe he finds out because Hush knows he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So maybe Hush.
He grew up with him.
Yeah. Maybe Hush sort of holds this identity over him throughout the thing. Maybe he's a part of this group of villains that comes out.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So, and one last note: Harley Quinn will be playable via pre-order.
Yeah, just like the.
So I guess
it's kind of like the Deathstroke pre-order.
Yeah,
it's just the challenge map.
Or the Joker in the first one. Yeah,
or Robin if you pre-order for Best Buy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the other characters they always put in. The only one I really enjoyed was the Joker. I didn't like Deathstroke. I didn't like the Robin. I really didn't like Nightwing. They just felt like powered down versions of Batman. Like that all of them did to me, and it was like fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to do it for like just a minute or two, but like Harley Quinn's definitely not a selling point. It's like you get to play as Harley Quinn. God damn, you got to get.
It's another reason to pre-order though.
Yeah.
So you get another character, which will be DLC later on anyway. So.
Yeah.
Well, final thoughts. I mean, we're all looking forward to this game for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna play it like that. That's basically basically how the best way I can put it. I think what year was that? That
2011
came out.
2011.
I think I'm pretty sure I chose that as my game of the year. During that year, I gave the first one like a 9.5. And I think what I've heard, I think they're gonna improve on it. I think it's gonna be great.
They're playing with house money at this point. Rocksteady is, and they have a chance to finish this thing off in style. And so, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Can't wait. So yeah. You know the rundown, Brian.
Follow us on, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and please subscribe to our YouTube page to see more of our great gameplay videos, including our new Retro Rivalry series. And make sure to come back to Retro Requiem for more news, reviews, and opinion pieces.
You're the best. See you later, folks.
Fuck Arkham Origins.